Hello, everyone. My name is Gwen, and we are now discussing something called "This Statement Cannot Be Proven" as part of the Scary Math series that we put out for you. So let's look at it a bit. I want you to think carefully about this sentence, and if the statement can be proven, then it is mathematically false, which means math is contradictory and broken. But if the statement cannot be proven, then it's entirely true. So, which means there are true things in mathematics that can never ever be proven. So, let's take a look at the limits of logic. For thousands of years, mathematicians believed that math was the ultimate infallible truth, and they believed that every single mathematical statement could either be proven true or proven false. So if you just worked hard enough, like 996, and had enough time, math could theoretically explain the entire universe without a single contradiction. And it was a perfect clockwork system. However, in 1931, a 25-year-old mathematician, Kurt Gödel, completely destroyed that dream. And he published his incompleteness theorems and mathematically proved that math itself is fundamentally broken. So he found the fatal flaw in the operating system of reality, like Neo discovering a literal glitch in the matrix, and he did it using prime numbers. So, let's take a look a little bit at Gödel numbering, especially the knot, which is a negative with the little tail, right? So, Gödel invented a brilliant hack called this numbering table, and he assigned a unique prime number to every single mathematical symbol. This allows him to translate any mathematical equation into one giant unique number. And more importantly, he could translate self referential paradoxes back into pure math. So he literally weaponized mathematics against itself, forcing the system to declare its own limitations. So this kind of brings us to the unknowable truth or Gödel's first incompleteness theorem. So let's decode these weird symbols first, where the G and right below represents a mathematical statement and the double arrow means is exactly the same as. So the little hook neg means negative means not and prov means provable. So this terrifying equation literally translates to statement G is exactly the same as saying statement G is not provable. So it's the ultimate death blow to mathematical certainty, and he proved that in any logical system complex enough to do basic arithmetic, there are always going to be truths and they are mathematically impossible to prove. So advanced computer scientists use this exact theorem today to prove that certain software bugs are literally impossible for any algorithm to ever find. So this is kind of where we look at his second incompleteness theorem, where the kind of like if you look at cons bracket F, right? It stands for the consistency of the formal system. So this equation says that if a mathematical system is consistent, meaning it has no contradictions, it implies over there that the system cannot prove its own consistency. So it means no mathematical system can ever prove that it works. It's like a spinning top in Inception. So you can never use the rules of the dream to prove that you aren't dreaming. So you might think, well, that's just a new rule to fix it. But Gödel proved that if you add more rules to the system to try and patch the glitch, the new expanded system will just generate its own brand new unprovable truths. And you're trapped in an infinite loop. And there's actually no escaping the boundaries of logic. So, this means that there are actually profound fundamental truths about the universe that we will never actually be able to prove. So, not because we aren't smart enough, but because our computers aren't fast enough or our telescopes aren't powerful enough. It's not that at all. It's because the very architecture of logic itself forbids it, and we are actually prisoners of our own intellect. Staring out at a universe we are mathematically barred from ever fully understanding. So Gödel didn't just find the bug in the code of reality. He actually proved that the code was designed to never be fully understood. The universe is not just mysterious, it's actually mathematically guaranteed to remain a mystery forever. And that is actually the true scary part of mathematics. So, thank you so much for watching the series, and I hope you enjoyed this journey into the terrifying anomalies of our mathematical reality. So, if you survived the existential dread, make sure to like and subscribe for more, and we will see you next time for another unhinged episode. Thank you.